hello everyone. Welcome to Potsquatch Growth. Yes, I apologize if we weren't able to do the show last night, but that's all right. As you know, when we miss the show, we'll bring you a show the next day. Um, with new worlds and new changing schedules and things flopping around. What's up, Adam Squatch? First one, baby. What's up, Uncle Bill? What's up, Troy Shepard? How you doing, baby? Rock and roll. And we couldn't bring you the show last night. Just didn't work out. Shit happens, you know what I'm saying? But we'll always bring you a daytime show when we miss the show, you know. And just know that no matter what, with these rotating new schedules of the new real world of the Potsquatch, as things change, I'm always going to be here for you. It just might float and rotate a bit. How's everybody doing? Cadillac Jack, baby, how you doing? What's up, Cannabis Cowboy? How you doing? What's up, Jimmy Dillinger? I'm chilling. I'm working on the plans. I'm flushing. One of the things on the agenda today was to start the day off by going to the bank to set up the business accounts. I don't know. I did air quotes. It's a literal corporate business account because we incorporated the company to start the store for everybody. So we were at the bank doing that new bank that's not being a dick. So that worked out well. And I'm pretty happy right now. I'm on hold for a TV show. That's pretty cool. Can't say anything more than that, but that's pretty exciting. And just working on the dope titty plans. One of the things we got to do is bring the show to you. What's up, Miss Baby? How you doing? What's up, Michael Montgomery? Oh, I saw the text, Troy Shepard. I just didn't have a chance to respond to it yet. I've been making a lot of business phone calls in the last little bit about different things in terms of acting industry stuff. No, yeah, it's Mississippi Knife Nut. You are definitely early. We're just starting this out. We're a minute and 7 seconds in. Northern Rivers Warriors. What's crack-a-lackin'? How you doing? I'm doing well, JC Well. Oh, just chilling. Bringing the show on. Getting it started. You know, the first 16 to 18 minutes are always a little weird. I'm like, wow, we've been going for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. How the hell am I going to talk this whole time? And then before I know it, it's like, oh, we've been going for like 2.5 hours. Yo, what's crack-a-lackin'? Richard from Texas. How you doing, baby? What's up, Mark? Jim Michelle, something like that. I hope I'm saying it kind of right. Well, thank you very much, Mississippi Knife Nut. I'm humbled on both counts. That's all right, Cadillac Jack. I suck at it too. That's why I'm really glad in these things I get to talk. Because I'd be fucked if I had to type. Well, thank you very much, Jimmy Dillinger. Are you a new person to the Potsquatch Course Army, my friend? Jimmy Dillinger. Oh, Michael Montgomery, it went totally fine. Everything's been totally fine. And I'll admit, here's Potsquatch being honest. I kind of did it 2 days in a row. Came home and did a bunch of other changes and fixes. And I was like, yeah, I'll reintegrate my timers a little bit. And then I did one inadvertently. I didn't even mean to do it. And it controlled 2 of the lights, but 1 light stayed on and the Mars tent stayed on. So I had a total of 4 days where it was 24 hours light, 24 hours darkness, 24 hours light, 24 hours darkness. I'll admit that. I've been watching for Hermes. But to be honest with you, in an odd way, near closing to finishing into where I'm transitioning into flush, it's been an interesting technique that I inadvertently, I might try it again if I'm brave enough, but I'm seeing some really cool developments in terms of the finishing of the buds and really bringing them to this perfect perfection by the end of the next, just under 2 weeks of flush, and then give them their final dark period. I'm kind of intrigued, actually, by what I'm seeing. So nothing's actually fucked up. It's actually going all right. And that's freaking me out a little bit because it was a total fuck up 2 days in a row like an idiot. But it's, all right. 1 second here, everybody. I'll call you G. Sounds good, Mark. I'll call you G. Well, welcome to the crew, Jimmy Dillinger. 1 second, everybody. I'm just catching up here and seeing where I am as I will do a plethora of times, I'm sure. What's up, Cast the Shave? JC, well, for its price bracket, in terms of what it is compared to other Blurple, for example, lights in the market, definitely for its price as a lower priced, smaller light. Yeah, it's definitely a good way to go. My final answer will be in when I see my final weight off of it, but we will see. They're looking good though. Jimmy Dillinger, I've done 24, 48, or 72. I play with those depending on the crop and how I'm feeling at the time. Oh, I feel you, Cannabis Cowboy. Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Southwest Man Grow? How you doing, baby? I mean, I'm not a huge auto person myself, unless it's a naturally occurring land race, ruderalis. But sorry, everyone. I'm just draining the little reverse osmosis system I have there to do another flush. Not a huge. I've never really used flushing agents up until recently, and I don't really do much with them. I just kind of play with them a bit. Maybe hit it once or twice throughout the flush, chewing it. Just yeah, why not? John Smith, if you're wanting to monster crop, yes, I do, and especially with indica genetic varieties, it's a very beneficial technique to use in terms of, you know, making some sexy clones. Yo, homie, how's the growth going? It's going good, man. Look for a cheap, good LED to go with my HPS. Any recommendation? Well, what's your budget? Nothing wrong with that, Jay Stanfield, with the knife with Smitty. Ambient transcendence. I definitely did, especially a lot as a younger grower. I don't really, in the world I live in terms of really, like all of us are pretty anal retentive growers. Bag seed is a pretty rare commodity in the market of BC. But yeah, like for example, if someone has some dank bag seeds that they wanted me to do for them as the Potsquatch, I would definitely do that. Why not? I have no issues with that. Hey, thank you very much, James K. Green. It means a lot to me. I'm not sure why they're special yet, and I'm not sure how this all happened, but I'm still enjoying it, and I love all of you. Hashtag Potsquatch growth on there. Woo! Rock and roll. Well, basically, Jimmy Dillinger, you got to remember a TS 1000 is actually only drawn like buck 20 to a buck 50 watt at the wall. A 600 watt HPS is going to be definitely the more powerful light if you're comparing that. There's no way that TS 1000 could take on a 600 watt HPS. No way. Doesn't work like that. Yes, Adam Squatch, I can. Remember, I am a dumbass. Occasionally I miss things. How many times a week should I do your coffee feed? Adam Squatch. Realistically, and kind of early midish, starting later flower, maybe once or twice a week. Do it during the mid till the midish late, like weeks. You could call it, maybe do it 3, but definitely like 4, 5, 6 weeks. 4, 5, 6, once or twice a week. Nice Cadillac, Jack. How's it looking? Well, Jimmy Dillinger, I mean, it's all about budget, really. I mean, we will be eventually launching the Potsquatch Growers Grow Lights. They are in development right now, and I'm hoping to launch them fairly soon for all of you. It's a fiscal reality thing. We've got a lot of the initial Mark 1s anyway for the basic setup sort of figured out so we can start selling something really reasonable and well performing to the masses as we develop the more complex designs. And I'm also going to, every light that we release as a company, we will always keep servicing it. And so, if it comes to finding a way to upgrade it or doing this, like we're always going to work with our customers because that's something that, the capitalistic market doesn't do anymore. I mean, they sell you one piece of crap and they might give you a replacement part, or they might tell you to fuck off and buy a new one. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to stand with you, and if we come up with new ideas, I'll find a way or a new kit kind of that you can strap onto your basic heatsink frame that's going to come with the light and keep it sexy. So we're going to do our best to do that. One second, everybody. I'm trying to read here. What's up, Burl Squatch? Mississippi, are you asking what my favorite edible recipe is? There is no favorite anything. The world of edibles and ways of processing cannabis into your body through a ingestion sense is the first one. So I love many different things for many different things. 150. Valentino, are you in America or where are you living, Valentino? I will check my mail Friday, Adam Squatch. World photography. What exactly is flush? Well, when a lot of us are using bottled nutrients, even if they're not primarily a salt-based nutrient, okay, there's still a lot of salts and nutes left over when we're feeding our cannabis plants as indoor pot growers fairly heavily. We're hitting them pretty hard, and because the cannabis plant, when it's built up to certain things, especially with a good, solid, stable strain, you can really ride it pretty hard. But in order to perfect the terpenes and cannabinoids, it's not how you grow to maximize your last 2 weeks, it's how you finish your quote unquote fruit perfectly. And it allows the sugars to be utilized, the final sugars and everything. I mean, to be honest with you, like the exact workings of it, I've been drinking for a while, so I'm not going to get too scientific on it because I don't want to sound like a dumbass. I'll just explain it to you basically, but it's making a final push, maximizing the remaining sugars while you're flushing out the salts and the other nutes in the plant tissues. And it's causing your flowers to do a final, kind of, and it's gonna temper and curb and make sexy all the terpene profiles naturally prevalent within your plant's weed titty, as well as really balance out your cannabinoids as well. So when you smoke it, it tastes nice. It tastes wonderful after curing. If you ever smoke something, for example, dark ash, a weird aftertaste, all this weird funky shit that the Canadian pot of the government is continuously coming out with, savingly from people's reports, that's called unflushed marijuana, not properly cured marijuana, not properly dried marijuana. It's called bad marijuana. So, shit happens. And then they charge you $80 an eighth. Good job, Canadian government. Good job. 1 second, everybody. I got this last message here. What up, Squatch? What's up, Ron and James? Anxley. What's up, Anxley? Awesome. Sounds good, Adam Squatch, local grow guy. Will you be shipping to the... what does UDS mean? Does that mean the U.S.? Pretty sure as long as your government doesn't say no. Dang, Squatch. Yeah, Cadillac Jack. I like it. I'm waiting to get my fierce lights from Potsquatch. I feel you, Cannabis Cowboy. Don't you worry. We're going to bring you some heavy shit, baby. Flush is just giving you plans. Yep, good, awesome. When your lights are coming out, what they call? Huh? What do you mean, Jimmy Dillinger? I don't fully follow. Can you please reiterate? Please, can you make a video making coffee mix and feeding? Yeah, I kind of made a small one way back in the hood days of my channel, but I'll do it again. Happy to. Smoking a fat blunt. My daughter just had a baby boy. I guess I'm a grandpa now. Fuck yeah, Southwest Med Grow. Congratulations. We got a little granddaughter, or grandson. Sorry, your daughter. I'm just reading the thing. You have a grandson. Little grandson Potsquatch. Well, welcome to the world, grandson Potsquatch. Does he have a name yet, Southwest Med Grow? Oh, Valentino. Well, I was born in Burlington, my friend. Born in Burlington. Running 1,000 watt and 1,200 watt King LED Plus and a 410. Is that enough light? John Smith, that's not bad as long as none of your diodes have blurped out, as it were, as in where they burned out. Not too bad for a 410. I'm assuming a 410 as in like a 4x2. Something like maybe this here. And if that's what you mean, not too bad. But be careful, keep them high, keep them hung. You don't want to scorch no weed titties. Oh, Derek Richards, no worries and congratulations. We'll be harvesting at very similar times, my friend. May your harvest be bountiful. I'm very happy for you. Castle Shave, you gotta not think about it that way. Castle Shave, you can't think about it Actually, the only variable from marijuana that you should think about the comparison between traditional HID and LED in the old quote unquote battle is about final weight. Final weight versus power consumption versus area coverage, as well as quality of product. So the reason is that HID up until the last number of years, LED has not been there. It's just in the last number of years that we're finally getting the tech there. The tech's been existing for a very long time. I converted back in the day before it was ready because I saw the potential and I loved it and I wanted to learn and fuck around with it as much as I can. So the debate really is in terms of those variables, really. Coverage, light output, final product weight, and final product. Because the traditional HID is a tried, tested, and true old school way to go about it. You crank out a bunch of HPSs, you're going to get some weed titties, right? So, but LED is a vastly less energy consumption, smarter, greener tech that's vastly better also for the environment in terms of longevity of growing weed titties for your life. So that's been part of the fight. And for a long time, it was released before it was ready. It was really underpowered. It didn't it was kind of fucky back in the day. And that's been part of what fueled kind of HID's sort of attack back, the propaganda against the LED. But we've gotten there, you know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? What's up, Pilgor 420, baby? How you doing? Found it. Woo! What's up, Brian and James? No worries, Southwest Magro. Yeah, Castle Shave, it should be good harvest. They're looking sexy. I'm liking it. Thank you, Pilgor 420. She's slowly getting there. She's almost at Wizard level 1 now. What's up, Detail in the Shadow? How you doing, baby? Sounds good, Mark, Jim, Michael. One second, everybody. I'm playing catch up and reading everyone's shit. What's up, Ontario? What part of Ontario are you from, Danky Doof? I was born in Burlington, grew up in London. There is PBR Newt Duke in the fridge, just not drinking it right now. What's up, Arizona? Jimmy Dillinger, I'm hoping to get the first sort of Mark 1 setups put together and ready for market. The way I'm looking at it is it's purely a fiscal thing, so I'm trying to do my best to acquire parts, and sadly I don't got a bajillion dollars to order lots of parts all at once, so still figuring that out, but I'm hoping in the next few months I'm going to be able to release that, and there may only be 3 or 4 kits available at first until we sell those, and then I can do more kits, and as I sell more, I'm funneling 50% of the fucking funds from it back into it, so I can, start purchasing larger orders and reducing pricings and stuff, because I'm building these lights for everybody. My company is going to be here to serve the weed people, the Potsquatch Growers Army, and weed people lovers all over the world around. And hell, if someone wants to use our lights to grow some food or some other shit, we'll support that too. But it'll have to be a slow kind of growth premise. Right now, I've got the basic rough design of one setup going. It's just more figuring out the pricings on craft. I'm trying to do it in such a way that I can afford to keep building and selling units, as it were, and growing things as well. At Adam Squatch, you got any vids on the light? Would like to see how it works. Nice, Valentino. Good question. Remember, everyone can talk to each other in these live streams as well. We're a community. We're here to support each other. Blob Jones, no, I'm an anti-cob man. I might even make some cob clip-in accessories to the light eventually, just for fun, extra added of certain spectrums. But no, I'm playing with weird, long, thin strips versions, kind of like a quantum board, but thin strips where I could space out the same thing and have better, more balanced coverage than a centralized quantum board like the HLG. So I'm playing with ways to make it actually a more beneficial way to rock it. And remember, the first lights we bring to order will be the simplest but well-performing lights we can design. We're always going to bring you harder, faster, better, stronger designs. But remember, I guarantee this is a company. I will personally, I don't care how big we get, I'll hire a team to support me doing this. We will help service and maintain upgrades to all models we ever release. That's my fucking word. You fuck, I don't lie. I do a lot of things, but I don't lie. Dude, Danky Doof, that's awesome. Where are you from, Danky Doof, in Ontario? What's up, Piero 412? Thank you very much, Jason Thompson. I can't not be me, and I appreciate all of you, standing with me here and fighting for what we can. What's up, Drew, baby? How you doing? Nothing wrong with that, Lee White. Just think about converting over. It'll be more beneficial for you in the long run. No, Drew, they make LEDs that completely compete and, if anything, outperform 1,000 watt HPS. That's also what we're releasing here as our Mark One. We were originally hoping to release our 1,000 watt true watt unit, but just based off of fiscal realities, what I'm going to be able to realistically playing it smart as a business person, the building stuff, probably going to have to release something that's like more like a 620, but it'll still outperform 1,000 watt. And then once we sell some units and stuff, we can get the purchasing power where I can afford to release the bigger units as well. But it'll be wonderful though. What's up, man? Cam, baby, how you doing? Oh, Castle Shave, nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter when or where you start. It's all about starting and learning. The true grower doesn't matter how long you do it, forever or forever, for no time. You're always learning. And any grower is going to look down on someone with less experience, who's maybe less learned than themselves, is a fucking chotch and asshole by my fucking book. So fuck them. We don't need pretension and crap and this crap. It's about human fucking beings, Potsquatches, standing together and loving each other and fucking growing sweet titties and sharing knowledge and learning from each other and having a good time. So hashtag boom. What's up, Zeke Roderick? I'm doing well, baby. How you doing? Well, Adam Squatch, once I finish what I will call the initial rough, I guess, release model, which is it's fairly soon. Like I've got a design now I could do, but I don't know. I'm kind of not ready to do it. I kind of want to tweak it a little bit more, play with it in my head a bit more. But I'm contemplating once I have something that I know is stable and ready to release, at least as the Mark One. Like I will assemble and build these kits personally and send them to you. They will come from my two hands, built for you. Um, I might do pre-orders once I know it's built well, and I'm ready to go. Because with pre-orders, if we took pre-orders, then that would allow for purchasing power more than I have currently to get a bunch of parts. So yeah, we could maybe do that. I'm still figuring out all the math on it though. I'm still figuring it out. I'm not quite there yet, but I am thinking as possible ways along the line of how could we do this and for the company and bringing everyone your stuff. Okay, one second here. I used to use a 600 mil halide, then bud with 1,000 HPS, but then went to LED, bigger yield, cheaper power, less heat, more height from low profile LED. Well, exactly, Cannons Cowboys. Way to go. When you got some decent tech, is good. Castle Shave, is your shop live? Not currently. I am building it right now. I hope for the opening of the store with basic initial products of which will just be like shirts, t-shirts, rolling papers, and crap like that. I'm hoping in 3 or 4 weeks will be our official launch date. Oh hell yeah, Michael! They look sexy. They're looking good, baby. I thought I emailed you back saying that. If I didn't, I forget. Or forgive me, I forgot. But I thought I did. Nothing wrong with that, man. It can keep it sexy, baby. I'm putting it together, my friends. Don't you worry. Working on it. I'm just reading messages here and playing catch up. Well, Drew, you got to remember too, a lot of these LED companies are full of shit. There's very few lights out there that are representing, and also too, it's about the buyer being educated. I think in this day and age, you need to learn to see through companies' bullshit and learn to know what basic tech is, what's around, what are we fucking around with. It's kind of like cars, really, in a sense, or anything else, and just knowing where we're at, and looking into what they're really putting that shit together. You know what I'm saying? Well, detail in the shadow. Maybe we can do that in a bit. Don't you worry. Fucking remind me about that. Maybe. Gotta love how someone volunteered to be a paid tester. That's big of you, bro. Hey, see, that it's okay, man. No, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need to be mean to each other. It's okay. What's up, Saskatchewan? You just need a reputable LED company. You can swap a 1,000 watt HPS for a 600 LED if it's good quality. No, exactly, Cannabis Cowboy, and that's what our Mark One release is going to be. It's going to be beautiful. One second, everybody. I'm just reading right now. Well, exactly, Blob Jones. That's why I've decided to start playing with some high-end strips. And that's kind of what we're utilizing in our designs here at Potsquatch Growers. Just because, I mean, 3 strips will equal a quantum board, but I can better place them, set them up in different orientations, and have the same coverage, but kind of having it slightly more spread out, but is actually a better light coverage for greater penetration of total canopy and nodal area development, right? So that's what we're fucking around with here at Potsquatch Growers to bring it sexy to you. Oh, don't worry, Drew. Well, Drew, you want to see my wee titties? Drew, are you new? It's okay if you're new. I don't mean that in like an aggressive way. I'm just curious. Grab another drink. You new, Drew? Oh shit. There's so many people messaging. I'm sorry if I'm missing a bunch of messages, everyone. Oh my god, I'm so bad at keeping up. That's okay, Drew. I just sang. Like what I'm running is 3 620 units right now, and they're looking very nice. Oh no worries, Drew. I was just going to show you, like for example, right now we're sitting at. Well, let me do some math in my head. Today's Monday, so we're sitting at the pivotal midweek point of, I guess, so we're about 6.5 weeks exactly right now. Beginning our flush on these girls, but I'm very happy with that. And like these buds are coming out denser than fuck, crispler than fuck. Forgive the yellow look of everything. It's actually the fact that my phone's video card isn't great at figuring shit out in terms of the way it processes light. But like, I'm pretty happy for 3 620s with a combined amperage draw of at max 18.6. That's not fucking bad. Not bad at all. I'm very happy with my latest. So we're sitting a little over 6.5 weeks right now, my friends. And but that's coming together though. Yes, Detail in the Shadow is called Potsquatch Growers on Instagram. Yeah, so my draw though would be the equivalent of 2,000 watts, but does the work of 3,000 watts, Drew. And it vastly reduces your AC requirements. It vastly reduces air movement, watering. I mean, it's just different. Pre 98 Bubba Kush, if it's an actual pre 98, Bubba Kush was actually, in my mind, a newer Kush back when it came out. And I still consider that in terms of the old school Kush world. But Bubba Kush is awesome. If done right, it's a finicky bitch to get right, in my opinion. But I grow a lot of pre 2000 genetics. Most of what I'm growing right now, for example, are pre 2000 genetics. Almost everything I've grown on this channel actually everything but one thing, and then the strain I developed have been pre 2000 genetics, I think, for the most part. But yeah, what's up, Mexico? How's it going, Luis Corral? How you doing, baby? Thank you, Valentino. Lee White, I will eventually sell seeds when I can legally do it in my stupid country, and the government's not making it easy for anyone in the industry to do anything. So one day, yes, but not now. Not until the point of where I can do it legally. Fighting the laws, fight the system, trying to stand up for the rights of pot people in Canada, and eventually, if I can do that as a proper company, because I've started a proper company, we would love to go into developing and releasing strains. Oh, totally, Johnny. Don't you worry, baby. What's up, that guy channel too? How you doing, baby? Yes, I'm a Canadian grower in British Columbia, Canada. BC Bud, baby. Johnny Mobley, that's how it's been done in Canada, but right now with changing times and new licensing, it's kind of a weird gray zone where you've got old school laws and new school laws coexisting. Potsquatch is playing it smart. I don't need any unnecessary headaches, so I'm going to let it figure itself out and get my shit ready. And then when it all makes sense and I can agree with it and I don't think it's being stupid, then we'll come to market and we will bring things that are beautiful to all of you, my friends. Where do you live, Lee? Or are you talking to someone else? Drew, I've got them wired onto a 120 volt plug, 15 amp breaker. Go for it, Corey Young. It's not a bad little light. She'll do all right. Oh, down in the Alberts. Nothing wrong with that, Lee. In terms of Crop King seeds, I've had no personal experience growing them. I have some of them in my genetic vault that I bought, but I've had a lot of grower friends. Had very good success. If you get them to pop, you get them to go. Great genetic stability more often than not. Sometimes, at least in Canada and where I'm at, people have run into that they don't have the highest pop ratios, and it just is indicative to me that the numbers don't add up for healthy looking seeds unless they were improperly stored at some point. So sometimes I wonder, in terms of the products that are out in the market right now from King Crop Seeds, of going like, hey, Where did this seed go before I bought it? Because sometimes I hear some pretty bad ratios. Drew, Happy Frog's a pretty hot soil too, so don't feel bad about that. I'm not surprised to hear you feel that way or have that experience. Um, it's not as hot as Fox Farm for us. That shit's even a little hot too. Like they're not bad soils. You just have to, and also too. So if you're starting pretty hot, that can stunt and damage things in your plant, and it's not necessarily the way that you're gonna have the most happiest, sexy plant, you know. Well, Lee, I don't know. I've never been to a government store. I'm a personally licensed producer. I can produce for myself everything I need. So I haven't yet to try the government weed. I've heard it is anywhere from 50 to 85 an eighth, and I've heard it's horrible. And it's not flush. It gives people headaches. Doesn't get them high. Doesn't do fuck all. Um, Adam Squatch. How would I? There, I would say probably the number one component of hash plant is an earthy taste, followed by some sweet kind of not quite berry notes, but they're fruity though. Um, and there's some spiciness to it. So earthen, berry fruitness with some spicy is how I describe it as very sexy. Nothing wrong with that, Valentino. We gotta start somewhere, baby. Eh, Flop Jones, they'd have to send me one and let me try it before I'd even agree with that. Yo, what's up, Eli Jimenez? How you doing, baby? How was the gym? I hope it went well, my friend. One second, everybody. I'm just trying to read. Yeah, I've heard that too, Valentino. Asmite is it is a perfect additive in the right situation because you have to use it properly. So it depends on how you're wanting to utilize it. I would say Isaac Kendrick. Yeah, Jimmy. See, this is where you guys still have state law. We had like federal bullshit come through that actually made it more illegal than legal, and now the government's trying to control it. So we're kind of all butt fucked, to be honest. Jay Stanfield, molasses is really a positive thing because it allows a lot of interesting sugars for your plant to do a lot of work. It also is very stimulating to microbial cultures that can be in your soil and make it very beneficial. The one thing to remember is one, use an unsulfured black strap or kind of molasses. And don't use it. I personally would cut it out even a week before you flush because if you don't, you're just gonna taste molasses when you smoke your shit. Cannabis Cowboy, where do you live? 1972. Oh no, I know Valentino. I followed that. Nice one, Eli. Nothing wrong with that, yo. Sounds good time. Nothing wrong with that, Frost. Just another thing. Well, see, that's the thing that's funny, Cannabis Cowboy, is
what the government's choosing to call the gray or black market in Canada are the ones that voted them in for this. And then they cut every one of an industry, honest, hardworking Canadian farmers and people who are really good at what they do out of America. They made it unattainable. They made it legal for them and legal for the rich. It's a little fucked up. Nothing wrong with that, Eli. That sounds good. 1 second, everybody. Just playing catch up here. Well, I feel you, KZBZ killers. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, taking care of those wheat tips, man. As long as they're happy, you're taking care of it. Like, no judgment. What do you mean, grow YVR? What the fuck is a bottle of overgrow? Tell me. The fuck is that, grow YVR? I don't understand. Well, exactly, Drew. Like, we're doing that little test for Mars Hydro right now. And they're, what they call their TS 1000. Not a bad little light and a little 2x2. I got one plank going. We'll see. We'll see what we get per watt on that. But she's doing all right. Michael Montgomery, I don't actually honestly use it in every grow because I'm always changing and fucking around with what I'm doing. But when I am using that, I would maybe mid veg give them a single dose. Uh, 5 days before transition, I'd hit them with another dose. And these are light dosages, like a teaspoon or two, maybe to a couple gallons. And then when I start my flower, though, kind of come around week 3 for sure. That's when you're gonna want to hit that shit because from week 3 to week 6, you've got this window, especially if you're growing indica genetics, Kush genetics, where you're gonna get that maximum usage of what that molasses does. But then you want to temper that shit out because, like, there's other things you can use a little bit longer if it's like a 9 or a 10 week indica, but use it in the middle to latter initials, and that's it. That's what I recommend. That's my personal experience and feeling on it. Just my humble 2 cents, but I mean, that's where I found the best results. And also, too, to not have like my fucking weed to taste like molasses. Like, I didn't grow weed to taste molasses. If I wanted to taste molasses, about molasses, then I drink the bitch. So, yeah, if you feel me. It does, Michael Montgomery, but the prices are high, like way too high. So what we're doing at Potsquatch Growers is we are releasing a high performance professional LED. That's what we're doing. Our Mark One will be our starting point, and we're always gonna upgrade and work really hard to bring you the best of anything we can. But like, we're not going to be charging what other companies charge because a lot of it's inflation to cover the fact that, especially now that like parts are going up in terms of the actual business landscape right now, unless you have huge purchasing power. And then even the people that do are huge purchasing and just going with the way the market is. So there's one little brave company. It's called My Company, Me and Mine, and I don't give a shit. We're gonna we're gonna release lights that'll go toe to toe with anyone's lights, and we're not gonna. They'll still be expensive because especially at the startup because I have no purchasing power right now. But fuck it, I don't give a shit. We'll still be able to expand and grow. We'll just have to be very conservative with things, but we're here to serve the people and the growers. I mean, that's the point of it. And the price gouging that exists in our industry is fucking bullshit. Well, that's beautiful, Frosty Nugs saying. Because the way I'm looking at it is the only purchasing power that I currently will probably have. I mean, we'll see how when we launch the store goes, and the sales and the the rolling papers, the hats, the t-shirts, and all that stuff to help bring some money back in. We might only be able to release a few kits for sale on the online store, and then we gotta wait for them to sell out, and then bring in more parts to build more kits. But it's
We're going to be personally put together by me and my friend. Drew, are you calling me or Ricky? It's not a bad thing. I'm just curious. Hashtag boom MH23 do simple C. Well, Frosty Nugs, we are thinking about doing pre-orders on the first things. Just like give me another couple of weeks to finalize exactly what I'm thinking for our Mark 1 release. Got to make a call to also. I've got a close friend who's an electrical engineer who's helping us design this. He just built a basic Mark 1 prototype for his own self with what we were thinking and playing around with. And I think we're going to do something very similar for our company's release, my friends. So. Jared Tackett, if you've seriously got some mites coming in at 5.5 weeks, soap water, I wouldn't want to do soap water on flower and weed titties. Uh, Something all natural like a Jake's All-in-One. If you're in Canada, you can order it. I believe Jake's All-in-One is available in Canada or America now too. I use this shit. I've used it enough now that I'm pretty happy with it. It takes a bit of a fucking understanding how to use it. So if you decide to use it, shoot me an email, I'll let you know. But this shit kills most bugs, most fucking fungicides, bullshit. But it's not a fungicide or herbicide or insecticide. It's all natural. And yeah, and you can use it in early bloom too as a bud booster and a fucking foliar feed. And it's just kind of when used respectfully with the right way to use it. It's an all natural fucking plant motherfucker that does a lot of good fucking shit. The name says it all. Jake's All-in-One. Well, I've tested the all-in-one functions on this fucker. A bunch of my friends locally had a bunch of powdery mildew on their outdoor plants, so I took my Jake's in and I went, motherfuckers, that Jake's fucking raped that PM spores, and they stopped and they trimmed it off afterwards, and we gave another application and let her grow out. It was sexy. One second, I gotta kiss my wife. Love you, baby. See in the bits, it smells so fucking good. Just sexy bitch. Oh, thank you. I love you. Now back to the show.
I'm back
This
to
is
our regular
come say
program.
hi. Hi.
What's up, sexy motherfuckers?
Yay! Oh. So what were we talking about? Yeah, Jake's. Jake's dope, man. Jake's good. One second, Drew. I'm trying to. That's okay, Drew. Don't feel bad about that, Drew. Nothing wrong with that. Well, Castle Shave, I mean, I could, but it'd be more of a novelty because if anything, like, I mean, I'm a guy who's old school, new school in terms of my growing styles. I fought to grow, and I did it in secret as a kid. My parents were both priests until they turned their minds around. You know, like I did it in secret, and so yeah, I could sell clothespins or this or that and this. One day, if there's lots of money in the company, or we've sold a bunch of shit, and there's a bunch of money for me to develop a full kit of everything that I think you should use, yeah, sure. I will develop my own everything for you. I don't mind. That sounds like fun. Sounds like a weekend with a case of beer and making some sketches. And but right now, I have to be much smarter in terms of what we release for the store because I've only got a little bit of money to be able to do everything. So I'm trying really hard to be smart and get the right things going to slowly build so we can actually bring you better and awesomer, more awesomer things in the long run, my friends. So yeah. No, Jean Carlos Mejia is not too long. 8 noses is not that high. It's all depending on what space you have, maybe. But you know, you're cool. So Lee White, Medi One is great. but it is not what you need for your later bloom. It's better, more suited to vegetation and transition to flower. But then you need to kind of tweak your shit a little bit. Peace out, Jimmy Dillinger. Much love, my fellow Potsquatch. No, KZBZ killers. There's no such thing as way too long. Marijuana doesn't work like that, motherfucker. Dude, I've got things that I've been starving out and choking out for fucking almost 2 months here. Next run. And I'm fucking with them. Because I know what's going to happen with my techniques to fuck with these bitches and they're going to blow up, man. No such thing as too long. Unless something hermies or fucks up on you. Okay? My friends, my family. Don't be afraid to take risks in your experiments. Be educated. Reading is important. Be careful though. The internet is inherent with a lot of misinformation now. Like when I was a kid, there was misinformation on the internet. Learning to grow pot. But there's a lot more now. I mean, it's just be very careful. And it doesn't mean don't read shit that might be full of shit. Just, be educated. Take it with a grain of salt. Use to be critical and assess what they are saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cannabis Cowboy. If you've got the space to run 2 lights and grow plants out properly and veg them out, you run more light, more weed. That is the true proof of a light, from whether it's medicinal or a production standpoint. How much fucking weed can I crank out with this artificial sun device that I'm paying money for electricity to use? Look, that's how they work. Also, to quality of product. DC, please send me a link. I'd have to check it out. I have not heard about what it is. Nothing wrong with that, asked Kendrick. I'm glad I bring joy into your life. You all bring joy into mine, my friends and family. I'm thinking about, I'm trying to read here. But you gotta go by the feeding guide. Very important. Leave. Fuck. Bullshit. Fuck. No. Feeding guides on marijuana feed are but simple suggestions. Only ever follow a feeding guide for rough ideas of what the concentration of a fucking thing is. Like, I was talking to Green Planet, and one of the production department managers, my boy, Sonny, and I was like, man, sometimes I mix in some of that Medic 1 with my 3-part, and then I hit with the Pro Can, I hit some other shit, all in one feed. And he's like, man, it's not designed to do that. I know, but fuck, it works good. So, there are no rules. There are rules, but there are no rules. That's called being a true grower and be the forever student. There are rules, but there are never any rules. But there are rules, but there aren't any rules. There's just smart, stupid decisions and smart, stupid decisions. And that's called being the forever student, learn how to grow dope the best you can. Oh, Valentino, you're allowed to talk about stuff. I'm all right with that. If anyone openly markets anything on my fucking live streams, I'll be a little upset. But other than that, I don't mind people talking. That's completely okay. Well, exactly, Michael Montgomery. It's about a community. We don't even have to agree on shit. We could still be fucking Potsquatch Growers Army and stand together. Fuck, if we all did shit the same way or thought the same way, fuck society, life, the world be awful boring as shit. I don't think I'd be a man to shoot myself in the face, but I mean, if that was the world I lived in, I just might. Just saying. That sounds horrible. One second, everybody. I'm just trying to read everything. Lee White, living soil when done properly is awesome, and organic growing and super soils, especially like I'm a super grower, like I have a hard on for that. But my recipes that I developed earlier on in life before things became really expensive, I just really right now trying to do everything for the store for everybody who can't afford to do them. So, but maybe one day I'll get there. Yo, Texas Pete, baby, how you doing, baby? Welcome to the hood. Everyone, say hello to Texas Pete. Texas Pete is one of our Potsquatches down in Texas, and he's been a very active, wonderful part of the army, the community. Love you, Texas Pete. You're badass. I love you, man. Frosty's Nugs Saint. Currently, right now, no, but I'll send them an email right after this live stream because, like, dude, they get more free advertising off my ass fucking around with their shit than anybody. So you know what? If my fans want to order their shit, yeah, I'll go get you. I'll go get you one of those codes. I'll tell them I want a good one. What's a normal good code for a company to give you? Tell me, I'll go get it for you. I'm Uncle Potsquatch. Oh, Lee, and that's part of why I started this fucking channel, you know what I'm saying? 10%. Frosty Nugs, I kind of had a 10% off is good. All right. So I'll try to get you 15 then. I'll call China and get that for you. Because the Chinese company, Mars Hydro is 10, or is in China. 10? I'm getting you 15. Bare minimum. I'll try to get more. Well, I tell them I want 15. Because I'm making this shit look good. Like a man wearing a sexy suit. Sometimes it's not the suit, it's the man wearing the suit. So, Potsquatch gonna say, I want 15 for Potsquatches. 15, motherfuckers. No, Texas Pete, I don't. You're one of many people have asked me, have I ever written a book? Should I write a book? They think I should. Haven't done it. I've written other books and published them around the world, but never a pot one. One day, eventually. But right now, I'm pretty busy. Hashtag boom, Michael Montgomery. I agree. Grow Prodigy is just who I am. I grew up watching both. I became an actor, writer, comedian, filmmaker. I became an actor at the age of 4. I started in stage most of my life, but I mean, yeah, Eddie Murphy and Robin Williams were very big influences for me as a young performance artist. And now I'm an aging performance artist. Not old, not quite young anymore either. Just doing my thing. Lee, it's not per plant, it's per light in terms of indoor growing. So it's like how much you get per light. So for example, with a 1000-watt HPS properly utilized, you should get at least 2 a light. With an LED light that can truly go toe-to-toe with an HPS at bare minimum, you should get 2 a light. Right genetics, at least a well-rounded, good growing ability, yeah. Well, Blob, I mean, it's not about crushing them. It's not about, like, to be fair, and I don't mean to sound weird, like I don't support other YouTubers. I totally do. I'm just not, I'm really busy. The time I have to spend on YouTube is when I'm doing videos or the live stream shows. And then I'm answering everybody's emails, trying to communicate with the Potsquatches across the world and try to help everybody. But I'm also, like, I've got lots of things going on, so... I don't watch a lot of things, but it's not like me being anti-YouTube or anti-other channels. I'm just really busy. But I don't know how my Mars TS hydro experiment stands up to their other people, but I know I'm growing some good weed titties with it, so I'm gonna call company. I say, yeah, Potsquatches need discount. I'll make your shit look good. I've got it shipped because they actually email me. They're like, yo, will you go through all your videos? They put a link to purchasing it on your shit. I didn't respond. But now I know they want that. Now I want something for my Potsquatches, so well. Maybe I have card play. Get you guys good sex discount, maybe. I'll try. I don't know if it works, but I'll call China. Ugh. Make their shit look good, so they should help you guys get it then. For the Potsquatches. Are you telling me you think I'm Corey, man? I ain't no Corey, man. I'm just teasing. Oh, Blob Jones. I'm playing it up like it'll be this thing if I accomplish it. I won't lie to you. I've got a feeling that if I ask for it, they'll just say yes. Because there's been a shitload of views on their fucking shit. It's even over dominated my grows update videos, which, to be fair, I don't really like because the best growing is happening not on that stupid experiment, but on my weed. But whatever. People are curious about smaller lights and tech, so I've done them a big favor. So they should fucking give my people something. My Potsquatches deserve a good discount then. You know what I'm saying? I think that equals, Yeah, Blop Jones, hashtag boom. Exactly. Valentino, the TS1000 is a quantum board-esque attempt and build by Mars Hydro. It is not the technical original quantum board, but it's built in a quantum board style, shall we say. Not at all, Drew. I can touch that shit. Fuck, my HLGs get hotter, to be honest. I don't actually think the Mars TS, maybe they sent me a different one than they're sending everyone else, but because like I told them, I was like, I'm going to be painfully honest about your shit. But it doesn't, like everyone, I've seen people on the internet be like, it throws off a lot of heat. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm running professional grade grow lights, LEDs. It's not that bad. Like, it does not throw that much shit out. Getting a foot and a half, 1,000 while your hair's on fire. So. Zero. Now, Michael Montgomery, I'm running a 14,000 BTU AC open status mobile in the whole laboratory around all ambient space for that and the main grow, but Magic Weedipus, what's the best LEDs is like saying, I'm a master grower. Don't do it. The day you say you're the master of anything or something's the best, you lose everything. It's all about what is currently really good. What have we learned so far in furthering our growth? But the true grower, for example, is the forever student. The true technology is forever developing technology. So you can't think about it in these terms. If you've got the money for it right now, for the price point, probably HLG. As much as like we're releasing our own grow lights as a company, HLG until I hit you with something. HLG, baby. Adam Squatch, be very careful about defoliation on autos. Mild defoliation at best is all you should ever do. Because they have a limited time window in terms of how they work with flowering, so that's be careful, please. Don't do it too much, please. No. An HPS does run hot, so does a halogen. But you gotta remember, Grow Prodigy, halogen in terms of how the rough basic equation of the electricity to the gases work is like 82 to 88%
of that power is going directly to heat with the halogen. So that's why you don't want to use that, because it's all about what does the power I'm shooting into something equal to what I'm getting out of it. And yeah, no, halogens just don't go the halogen route, but I hear what you're saying. If it's what you got, then I guess do it, but don't use halogens. Well, suburban life. I mean, back in the day for the home growers, CFL and FL lighting systems were a big thing. I would encourage you to make this shift, really, if you can, um, especially given sort of how those technologies work, and also the amount of noxious gas in those bulbs, man. Unless you like properly recycle that shit, I mean, it's pretty bad, But ooh, smoke in the air. Sorry, everyone. Trying to catch up to everyone here. Can we see one of the closest last one? Hector Hernandez. What are you talking about, Hector? I'm happy to show you, but I don't understand it. I don't keep my fan leaves personally, but one thing I've been toying around with my boy Caden Crooks, owner of District Records, who's actually developing a beat for me to do a freestyle intro video for this channel, is fermenting kind of how we would do with tobacco and then using them to roll can of cigars. We're kind of playing around with that. There'd be far too much weed. Like, why weed is so strong, and I'm not trying to, toot my own horn. It's just like there's no need to smoke a giant cigar, but we're gonna try to build one just to see what happens. It's gonna be dangerous, but why not play around with it, right? HPS. Ooh, heat comparison. Couldn't tell you, but I'm gonna tell you just halogen is not good for cannabis. So just don't go halogen if you can avoid it, my brother or sister or the old day or pamplemousse or Potsquatch. I prefer to call you Potsquatch. My Potsquatch. Frosty Nugs Saint, send me some links so I can tell you my opinion of what you're reading, if that's okay. How Ignacio Nasir Tuac Pinto. I played around a lot back in the day, playing with HPS and LED. No real issues. Um, it's just added light, really. So just make sure that you're paying attention to your breakers, and really, I mean, just don't stress your plants out. Use it the right way. It's all about being smart with it. But it can be a great supplementary to HPS, but also you can completely replace HPS now. It's a thing. Sounds good, Drew. I'd love to see a picture. Send an email to potsquatch420@gmail.com. Well, it's not a live stream until I take a piss in a live stream. It's become the thing in all live streams because, well, I drank in them. So, also, everyone, Troy Shepard, my close dear friend who lives out here, our fellow Potsquatch. This ring, I'll show it to you after I'm done peeing. Let's see. There we go.
First piss live stream. We're peeing together, Lee White. Nothing wrong with that, Michael Montgomery. All good, Drew. But so this ring was gifted to me by our friend Potsquatch for my birthday. Gave it to me for my birthday. Can you guys hear my wife playing, or is it too quiet? Can you guys hear her? Because I can hear her. Everyone, check out my wife's YouTube channel, Dottie Davis, on the YouTube. She does a lot of Eminem covers and other funny shit. She's badass. Little sexy bitch with a ukulele.
I'm just playing, ladies. You know I love you.
Check out Dottie Davis on YouTube, everybody. It's a fucking good time. Hashtag boom. That's the bitch I fucking am in love with. That's the Mrs. Potsquatch. The Dottie fucking Davis. Oh wait, they want an encore, bitch. Yeah, another time. Everyone loved it, baby. So you gotta get ready. You gotta do another show. I'm gonna have a drink. We're gonna shoot this right now. Everybody wants to see Dottie Davis? Who wants to see Dottie Davis? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a lot of positive comments, honey. So I think we should do it. I think the audience wants Dottie fucking Davis. So you bring us whatever you choose to. Okay. Let's go to the show. The Dottie Davis Show, everyone.
Hey kids, it's time to use the F word. Fuck living, fuck dying, fuck laughing, fuck crying, fuck this song, but mostly fuck you. Fuck love, hate, and friends, fuck following trends, fuck this song, can't wait till it ends. Fuck everything, but fuck you the most, fuck everyone, but fuck you the most, with a big rusty pole or a splintery post. Yeah, fuck you the most, fuck you. Not you actually, though, just to be clear. I know, you guys are cool, just like, the government and stuff. Fuck old school, fuck new school, fuck not cool, fuck too cool, fuck giving ironically lame. Fuck giving advice, fuck trying to be nice, fuck you and you know who you are. Fuck everything, but fuck you the most, fuck everyone, but fuck you the most, with a big rusty pole or a splintery post. Yeah, fuck you the most, fuck you, 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 fuck you. Fuck you. That's a strange.
Awesome, baby.
But just to reiterate, not you guys. You guys are lovely. I love you guys. That was more like a.
Fuck the rest of them!
Yeah!
Until they become Potsquatches, then we love them.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Love
Okay.
ya!
Love you too. Bye. Oh, you meant them. That's okay. Oh, I broke the door. Oops.
My door.
Sorry about that. She can fix it. I'll fix it. I'm going to buy a solid state door. That door's a little silly. How did everyone like that? Was that fun? Was that fun? Who liked that? Was it a good time? Oh, I know, Blab Jones. Oops, I did not mean to get 2 weeks of that in. What's up, Eugene Dolan? How are you doing, my friend? Are you asking me, Michael? I didn't pay anything for my shit. Kakanawi. 400 Australians, like 400 Canadian. Our dollars, to my understanding, are very similar. The dogs are doing UFC. I like to say they're fighting for Papa's love, but I don't have to. I love them both very much. Well, Magic Weedipus, okay, if you were going to put it into a muffin, you need to think of, like, for example, if you're using a traditional hash oil, for example, something like this. Kind of the old school RSO hash oil from back in the day. One second. Well, I've got a lot of oil on my hand here. But for example, if you make an old school RSO oil like this, okay, you're going to know that you're going to have roughly, if it's made of really good marijuana, made properly like I do it, you're going to have 800 to 950 milligrams of those 1,000 milligrams as active, awesome cannabinoids. And I'm eating the oil. But if you want like a 12 batch, for example, to go into, you put in like 1.2 to 1.4 grams of RS oil. You know you have roughly 1,000 milligrams of active cannabinoids. If it's split between 12 units, split 1,000 by 12. And that would be their dosage, and go so forth accordingly to do the general equation on that. I'm gonna get higher and shit. One second, everyone. One second, everybody. I'm gonna clean my fingers. Oh, is this a live stream? Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Grow Prodigy, you probably still have some Everclear left in your oil. That was probably a big part of the issue. Kayla Peg, what I'm going to tell you is right now, a lot of the auto flowering market has become this huge novelty, huge thing, and everyone's like doing it. It's this whole thing, and a lot of growers aren't properly stabilizing their shit. So, you may get like 6 or 7 beans out of 10 that are really good, but you might see some really weird things. I've seen some super weird things in the last 6 years in the explosion of auto flowering cannabis. Where there are these tiny little weird things that are like 6 to 12 inches, and they just start doing this weird flower thing. And so, yeah. So just know that's part of it. Yummy. Good poopers. Oh shit, suburban life. Where do you doth hail from, suburban life and friends? I'm not drinking beer right now. I'm drinking well, I was drinking twisted teas and now I ran out of those, so I'm drinking some hay alls. I've been beered out for the last little while. Still drink at the pub, but at home I've got beer in the fridge, but I'm almost back to beer. But every 2 to 4 times a year, I kind of 2 to 6, 8 weeks just don't drink beer. I kind of take a break from it. I'm not a big fan of autos, my friends, just to let everyone know. Down in Massachusetts. All right, suburban life. So how many people down in Massachusetts? Oh, listen to the Potsquatch right now. I'm asking a question, suburban life. How many people there are listening to the Canadian show? A Texas Pete. That sounds totally like it's come from uneducated, non-controlled breeding program. Because true cannabis breeding, true strains, true seed production. That's why, like, I'm waiting till I can do it fully legal in my country. Because I'm gonna make a laboratory and shit and be anal retentive as fuck. Michael Montgomery, I reached out to PBR. They didn't. The American PBR did. And they said you have to contact the Canadian PBR. Canadian PBR has told me to fuck off by non-response so far. So, yeah. Maybe that's part of the reason why my subconscious soul is drinking the twisted teas. We got to remember, Texas Pete. Seed banks typically aren't breeders. They are more little companies that are selling breeder stuff. So look at the breeder. Where did it come from? That's where to know where the tomfoolery came from. Well, then, Mad Mike 83, what's your state? "11:30 p.m. Very nice, my friend. What's up, John Mon? How you doing? Yo, what's up, Thailand? How you doing? How hot is it in Thailand right now? Westy, not necessarily, man. Like, always keep your brain open to proper genetics and growth, and keep it sexy. Mm. That RSO oil that I'm currently still tasting in my mouth, to be honest with you, came from an experiment where I had always wondered if I took the leftovers for making bubble hash, if I tried to make an RSO oil out of it, could it work? It did. And didn't taste great. It lost a lot of the beautiful terpenes because I think a lot of those notes came from the initial cannabinoids that we took out to make the hash, but definitely still made a very potent oil. A little chlorophyll and wonky tasting, but
Very powerful still. I thought it would be a fun fact to share because, people are like, oh, it's the most honest YouTube on YouTube. Well, because it's just basically me just being honest, just telling about things. So that oil that you saw me like talk about there and making the muffins, that was made actually out of the leftovers from a bubble hash rum we did on the channel. So what I did is I squeezed the water out. I took leftovers, threw them in jars, and dumped alcohol onto it. That's how I made the RSO on that one. And like I said, lost the terpene profile, some of the nice flowery things that my RSO oils normally have, but it did make this gunky smoky oil. Kind of reminds me of back in the hood days of early high school, but it's definitely got some power to it though. And it's good for edibles because, when you incorporate that into edibles or baked goods or food, the taste is lost, but it's got the potency, so. Michael Montgomery, I've got I've got videos on making rosins. I've got videos on making candy. Well, one video, the sound on that one sucks, but I got a video on making RSO oil and shit. Valentino, on a photo, you just wait till it gets big enough because you got to remember it's going to have 100 to 300% stretch, depending on genetics, depending on environment, light, food, soil medium, etc. So you're going to flip when you know the vegetation is big enough to flip it to make it sexy. Yes, but I can show you again. Nausea. No, Magic Weedipus I haven't because I find them a novelty stupid item. They're kind of dumb. I'd rather smoke all the things that went into making the root moon rock on their own. It's just a waste. It's funny. It's a fun novelty, like, hey, gimmick, but no, moon rocks are stupid. Yeah, well, Midnight Grower, I'll show you what a candy looks like in my world when I make myself candies. I'll go have one. Because I make candies for myself, because sometimes I don't want to smoke. It's for medical applications, shit for pain management. It's nice to pop a little candy in your mouth, I make lots of different things for myself out of my grow. If the government wasn't retarded, I wouldn't have to just do it for myself anymore. I could actually bring it to you, but I can't do that. So I could at least teach you what I do. Teaching people supposedly isn't illegal currently under my government's law, so I can at least do that. So let's see here. We've got a few bags here. Ooh, I like watermelon. I think I've got one that is watermelon. With apple. Well, no, that's mix the bag. That's the mix the bag. So, here we go. So these are 25 milligram watermelon candies. I make them in little butterflies because, well, one, it's fun. It's marketable. Everyone gets excited when they see a cute little butterfly. They're like, oh, that's so beautiful. This is made with an old-fashioned hard candy recipe where you bind in RSO oil into the candy. The reason why I make butterflies from a systematic point is if you want to do a half dose, you snap that little bitch in the middle part, boom, half dose. And it's wonderful. Wait. Wife, do you want half of my watermelon butterfly candy? It's only 25, so 12 and a half each.
Okay.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna end the show soon.
Oh. Everyone bite it.
Bye.
Awesome. My wife bit it off. Now I get my half wing.
I bit it off. What, maybe?
So this is a hard candy made by RSO oil. So it's designed not to be ingested, but you don't swallow it. You suck on it like a lozenge or a Halls or a fisherman's friend. And it's sublingually candy in my mouth. It sublingually absorbs through the soft tissues of your mouth. And it directly goes into your brain. Yummy. Absolutely wonderful. A wonderful secondary to follow the hash oil licking that we were doing earlier in the video. Hi, Dottie. I love you. Are you hungry or something? I think he just wants attention. This is my cat. I rescued him from the streets of Mexico almost a decade ago. He's a big boy now. Yeah. Doctor, how you doing, buddy? Oh, he's a good boy. It's my sidekick. Michael Montgomery, in terms of strains that I'd like to try in the future, I'd love to eventually get my hands on the original Kootley Gold. Old school strains are kind of more my thing. If I was in a setup where I had more space, where I knew I could grow the things that I needed to with old school strains, I'd love it if maybe one day for the show had a setup where we could grow a bit more than that and try stuff for all of you. Make it sexy. But that's why I'm trying to sell a show to local production companies as well. I'm going to call it Strange Pots Unknown with the Potsquatch. It's kind of like Anthony Bourdain's Strange Parts Unknown, but it's weed and me. Hashtag boom. This is the Doctor. Named after Doctor Who. Isn't that right, buddy? Yeah. That's a doctor. There's a doctor in the bush. Doctor in the bush. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy, Doctor. You're a good boy. He's a good boy. Love you, buddy. You're a good boy. Yeah. Daddy loves you. And he's like, all right, I'm done with affection. I'm a man of toughness again. I don't feel emotions, and I want you to touch me, Dad. It's funny. He's such a big suck. He's a big sweetheart, and he loves affection. But then it gets all weird. He's like, I don't like this anymore, and I have to walk away. Drake Duplessis. In terms of concentrates, the only true way to go is doing something that you know you can remove it fully from. So shatter, things that are using a petrol-based solvent, not into that. I'm a rosin maker. Hence this rosin press I have created here, sitting here. So I make rosin. I'm into the rosin. Can of plates, thermal probes, controllers, rocking on my rig here. You can get a 15% discount from them as a Canadian if you want to order from can of plates. I believe that the code is Potsquatch50. And you get a 15% discount on that shit. Magic weed puts in terms of trying to talk about overdose, it's a stupid amount. It's almost impossible even with concentrates. Oh, Michael Montgomery. I fuck around hella. I call her Iron Betty. I built this bitch. Second press. Bought one. Turns out it was a hat decal press that was sold as a rosin press. So I built the real one. Shop press from Canadian Tiller. Some sexy plates from Canada Plates. So my friends, though, Michael Montgomery, it's called Potsquatch 50 on Canada Plate shit. It'll be all right. If you're in America, well, send me an email. I'll talk to my brother. We'll try to take care of Americans too if we can. He's a pretty pro Canadian brand, but I'm trying to explain to him that weed lovers all the world are like Canadians. We all love weed. So we're working on that. But my friends, I think I need to end this live stream here fairly soon. I'm going to go for a cigarette. I'm going to pound this drink, have a cigarette, and we're going to say goodbye, okay? Because as we always do on live streams, everyone can say goodbye to each other. But I got to make dinner with my wife, and I've got more chores to do in terms of other shit. But oh, Lee White, I literally ate a whole weed cake in a live stream, and later that night, woke up 3 or 4 a.m., went for a cigarette. I thought I was having a stroke or heart attack. Came back into the room freaking out, like, to my wife. I was like, I think I'm having a stroke or a heart attack. She's like, you're a dumbass. You ate the whole weed cake at the end of your live stream last night. Instantly, I felt fine. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to have another smoke. I'll see you in about a minute. Well, I'm working on that, Alex Squatch. We'll figure it out. Okay. So this is the part I'm supposed to do. So anyway, everyone, final announcements now. Okay. Well, let me have my drink and let my cigarette before we do final announcements before we say goodbye. Jesus Christ. The rules of YouTube. Shut up, rules. I'm doing what? All right. That's good. 1 second, everyone. I'm preparing for final announcements and goodbyes. Oh, now Alex Squatch, that's not very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny, it's true, but it's like, in comments of written shit, be careful. We don't want anyone to misconstrue our shit. Let's hit them in verbal shit with videos and we show them the Potsquatches. Because if anyone wants to like start their own show, do it. Be one of the Potsquatches. Say something, Potsquatch. Doesn't matter. We're a fucking army around the world. We are the people of the Potsquatch. We gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it sexy, you know? And my friends, know that we are bringing you the online store very soon. And it's going to be sexy. It's going to be awesome. We're going to launch with, it might, like when it first opens, over the first couple of weeks, it might not have all the products. Might like start with like shirts, and then it's hats, and then it's the rolling papers and other things. But they're all going to come up, and we're going to do it. And at least at the initial point, I'm going to be faxing orders myself to everybody. I'm going to put a personal note in there of love from Uncle Potsquatch. So, but also to my Potsquatches, if any of you ever wanted to support this channel in terms of the fact that we are non-monetized, 10,000 K sub channel that's non-monetized. We do this all pro bono because we love you. This is the point of it. That's why I'm creating the store, because you know what, we can bring you tech and develop shit to help you. And so I created go to war against the corporations. But if you ever wanted to support the channel, if you ever so chose to do so, it's not required, never is. You can use a PayPal, and the PayPal you can use potsquatch420 at gmail.com.
our link on PayPal of paypal.me/Potsquatch Bros. My friends, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to be yourselves. Don't be afraid to stand up and be a Potsquatch. Much love, my friends. Uncle Potsquatch loves you. Keep it sexy, baby. We'll talk to you soon. See you in the next one, everyone.